Vibe Show 97.9. What it do? What's going down? Yet another exclusive coming up. Y'all already know how we do it, man. Bringing y'all nothing but the heat. But you know what, though? This one right here, man. I know I always say that. But this guy right here, though, you know, if you want to talk about the acting game, you got to mention this guy's name, man. This guy have starred in some of the beloved movies that we all love. This guy here, man, has been putting in work for years. When you talk about child star actors, man, you gotta mention this guy's name. I'm talking about some of your favorite movies, man. Soul Food. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know that movie right there. Menace to Society. Stop Playing Games. You know what I'm saying? Blue Hill Avenue. Classics. Yeah, it's real. I'm talking about the one and only. This guy right here, man. You know what? I'm not finna waste no more time, man. I'm finna go ahead on and bring my brother in this thing right here. I'm talking about the one and only, man, Brandon Hammond.
What up? What up, man?
What's up, man?
I appreciate that intro.
Hey, man, it's just the right thing to do, man. I mean, we're not gonna downplay this situation, man. You know you're a big dog, man.
I appreciate that. I'm humbled by that, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I see you still beard gang.
Man, hey, beard game. I was beard game before it became a thing. You know, now we in quarantine, so everybody got a beard. You know, they can't get the shape, the trim up, and you know, can't go to the barber too frequently nowadays. But yeah, I've been growing mine out for about 5 years, 6 years.
About 5 years in.
Yeah, I see you got yours going too.
Hey, man, you know what, bro? I'm embracing my wisdom now, man. I got tired of coloring it in, man, and all.
No, man. The salt with the pepper. That's what it's about.
You know what, man?
The salt with the pepper, man.
I was out somewhere, man, and an older lady, man. She said, young man, I really like your beard, man. And it was one of them times where I didn't, black it in or anything like that, man. You know, I didn't get a chance to, you know what I'm saying? And she hit me up. She was like, she really, really liked to change my perspective on everything, man.
Wow. That's what's up, man. Yeah, all it takes is a compliment from a nice young lady, huh?
Absolutely, man. We got Levance the Gemini, man, on the check-in. Roman Stewart on the check-in. He say, "What's up with it, Brandon?"
What's up?
Yo, man, it's good to see you, man. You're looking good, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You've been doing some things, man. It's been a while since we chatted, man. You've been doing some things, man. A lot of things you was telling me about, man. You manifesting them things, man. You know?
Man, absolutely trying, man. Just trying to stay productive and trying to stay busy, man. While at the same time trying to stay away from COVID. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
To do all of this while trying to stay healthy and safe too, you know.
Man, it definitely put a damper in things a little bit, man. We got to move different out here. Do you think that this was kind of a strategic plan in a way, man, to kind of get everybody ready for the new world order?
You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I will say this. I don't know about it being strategic and anything like that, but I do know that this pandemic has shown me a lot about the human psyche and like what we will and won't believe. Right. And it's kind of astounding because, you know, it hadn't even been 3 months. People was already complaining about having to stay inside and not wanting to follow orders. And And this became a matter of like public safety, and
Yeah,
human
right,
safety.
right.
Even if you hear well people, well, if I get it, I'm cool with that. But what if the person you giving it to isn't cool with that? What if you got people who are more at risk than you,
Right.
that can't fight it off, that aren't asymptomatic. And so it just has shown me a lot about what people are willing to believe and not believe, and also what people are willing to sacrifice. Like,
Yeah,
because
really.
you hear all the time, like before this, man, you hear all of the people like about they talk about like people in the past, right? Like people in the civil rights movement and things like that. And they be like, well, if that had been me, I would have been standing right there in the fight. Man, you
Right,
can't even stay in a house for a month, you know,
right.
under orders. So what makes me think you're gonna be able to fight the good fight, standing on the front line, with our people and part of the movement and the struggle. So it just has shown me a lot about people, man. It just has really put a bright light and a magnifying glass on people in general.
You know what, man? I totally agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you on it because I just found that it's just shocking, man, that
Yeah,
people that people you see different things on TV, different areas that they're showing, different cities, man, and they're showing people still out there at the beaches and still just
man.
I just think that it's amazing, man, that
Yeah,
people just even with knowing the numbers
right,
of
right.
deaths.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you too. I've lost people near and dear to me from COVID. So it hit different for me.
Right.
Um, you know, um, I lost a mother basically. My lady's mom passed from COVID,
Oh, I'm sorry to
and
hear that, man.
yeah, bro, and it's thank you, and it was devastating. I mean, and it was literally like I talked to her like the night before she passed. And she
Right.
was, you felt like she was going to make it through, and she was hanging in, um, and she was like in pretty good health,
Mhm.
and it just devastated her, man. It ravaged her, and my uncle got it, thank God. He was in the hospital, and he had the breathing, the oxygen, and things like that, but he made it through. So
Right.
I'm so grateful for that. I've had friends who have gotten it. I have one of my best friends right now. He got it. Thankfully he hasn't. He's had symptoms, but it hasn't been too bad for him. But it just hits different for me, man. So, my patience is kind of thin when it comes to people who are trying to convince
Negligent
me,
too.
yeah, who are trying to convince me that it's not something to pay attention to, that it's not real.
Mm.
It's difficult for me to have those conversations.
Right. I
You
definitely
know,
agree with you on that, man. It's just it's so amazing how rapid this virus can take somebody out. My uncle
man.
died. My uncle died from it, man, and it's
I'm
just
sorry to
amazing.
hear that, bro.
Yeah, man, it's one of my favorite uncles, man. It's crazy
Yeah,
because it's like we were just talking about it like maybe like a few weeks before I even heard that he had passed, man. And he
wow,
worked at the hospital, but he was like a supervisor at the hospital on the janitorial side. Like he was the
wow.
supervisor, but he was so afraid, man. We was talking on the phone, and he was like, man, nephew, I'm just afraid of this stuff, man. He was like, they got, because he's essential, so he had to go to work. He was like, man, I wear like two suits, two of the little jumpsuit things, man, and
Yeah,
trying to, gloves, mask, trying to protect myself, man. He was like, I'm just not playing with this, man. He was like, I don't let people come in my office or nothing. So I'm taking super extra precaution. I was like, man, man, I don't blame you, man. That's crazy,
absolutely.
blah, blah, blah. And then, I get a phone call saying that, my uncle is gone.
Wow, man. Wow.
I'm like what you mean? Like he gone? Like,
That's
yeah,
yeah,
man. You know what I mean? Like he tested positive, and then they made him go home and quarantine, of course.
of
And
course.
but then my other uncle went to go and check on him because nobody had heard anything from him at his place. And when he went over there, he had to actually break into his place and found him dead.
What? Bro,
Yeah, man.
and that is just like like this, again, man, my condolences to you and your family.
Appreciate
Um,
it.
the thing that made it tough too was when my lady's mom passed. She was alone because,
Oh,
like you said, we couldn't have visitors.
yeah,
They wasn't allowing people to come to the hospital. So her last days on Earth were like physically by herself. I feel like she knew we were with her, in spirit, and my lady was calling her like regularly, um, and we were checking in. But just the fact that she couldn't have anyone there by her side,
yeah,
it's just tough, man. And to hear
yeah.
that about your uncle, man, that's just it's heartbreaking, man. And
It
I'm really
is.
sorry to hear that, bro.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that on your end as well, man.
Thank you, man.
It really hit different because
Right,
losing anybody, man, it's
right,
gonna hit, man. But you got your favorites, man. Like and like he's one of them ones, man, who just
right.
every time I talk to him, man, he just you got them uncles, you know what it
Oh,
is, man.
my
It's like he
uncle,
one of
yeah.
them ones, man, that every time I call him, he just always got something crazy to say to
Oh,
make me
yeah.
laugh, man.
That's
Like,
my
man, you
uncle, man.
Hollywood, man,
Yep.
you Hollywood for me. You don't even call me to check
Right. You might
man.
bump heads with him, but you love him.
Yeah.
You love to laugh.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I already know, bro. That's my
So,
uncle too. That's my uncle
man,
too, man.
let me ask you something, man. Like, you know, with um with being in the business, man, you know, and so much stuff going on in the world since the last time we talked, man.
Yeah.
We hasn't been very long. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I know it's been
Like
months,
a
right? A
long
few
time.
months.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
Last year.
I was gonna say when we talked in, was it March or February?
Yeah.
February. It was
And,
earlier this year.
and,
Yeah.
and it's like a lot, we already was kind of experiencing, the killings and stuff like that. But like, I mean, it just seems like okay, then we experienced the new president, and it just seems like things just went haywire. As far
Right.
as like it's like almost like, because we know that it exists, man.
Right.
But I think that it was kind of hidden, and then it just seemed like, and this is just theoretic speaking, it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
came out in the front just like bold with it.
Right. Right.
How did it how have it been impacting you though, man? Because you're a deep brother, man, and you're a deep thinker, man. I just would like to get your thoughts on that though, man. Like, up until this point, since the last time we talked, everything that's been going on up until this point right here.
Uh, so you say how has what
How
COVID?
is it, how has just everything impacted you just personally?
Oh,
Like man, like because we grew up and it wasn't like this, man.
right. Right.
You
Well,
know?
absolutely. I mean, well, so personally, I mean, so the last time we talked, I don't know if I might have just won, or was or it might have been just before, but I feel like I had just won the John Singleton contest, right?
Yeah.
Me and my partner, we had just won the first annual John Singleton contest. The winner would get $20,000 from the city of LA to shoot their film, um, and COVID just shut all that down.
Right.
So that's on like the business side of things, right? The
Right.
the, the filmmaking, writing, directing side of it, creating side of it. It just truly impacted us greatly, in that way, because everything just pretty much got shut down.
Right.
And then I just share with you as far as the personal part of it, family members who have gotten it and died, who have gotten it thankfully and lived, but um, and the response from, I'll just say, this administration, man, has been so disappointing. I mean, you talk about, we know this is real. Well, the one at the top knows that it's real too, because you got him on tape admitting the seriousness of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Right.
got him literally on tape admitting this, but in public, he's lying to the people and saying a completely different thing.
Right.
And it's very contradictory. It's very disappointing, and it's a far cry from what we had with Obama. I'll say that.
Right.
I'm a big Obama supporter. I'm proud to say that. And you get people who criticize Barack too, but no one's perfect.
Right.
Obviously, he wasn't the perfect president, but dude, can you imagine him doing half the stuff that the current president has done? Can you imagine him doing half the stuff?
I'm glad you said that.
It
First
would
of
be a
all,
wrap.
that wouldn't have even. They would have. He would have been impeached
Come on,
immediately.
bro. Come on, man. Like we
Immediately.
we really get into it, man. Yeah, it'd be a wrap. It would be a wrap. It would be a wrap if he did one of
One thing.
the things that this president has done, man. It's like it's just been this election, man, is just so incredibly important.
It is.
We got less than 2-3 weeks away from the election, November 3rd, and I just encourage everybody, obviously, to vote. Whatever you vote, everybody, please, just at least, DL Hughley said something, man, that I really love. He said, I can respect you for failing, right?
Right.
But I can't respect you for not even trying.
Wow.
And that's kind of what not voting is. It's like, It's not even trying. It's not even wanting your voice to be heard. Not even exercising that right, that obviously our people fought and died for. It's something that I can't wrap my head around, man. Just literally not trying, just not, voting at all. And like I said, whatever you vote, even if it's something that goes against my personal, what I'm personally going to vote,
right.
At least you exercise that right, man. And so I definitely have to say that, but it's impacted me just in terms of, it makes me appreciate my loved ones. It makes me appreciate things we take for granted, bro. Just going to kick it at your friend's house, right?
Absolutely.
We can't really do that no more. I haven't been out in months.
Right.
I haven't been out in months. So, I'm telling you, when all this is over, bro, when I talk about just the homie inviting me over just to kick it, man, I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm going to, just really take advantage of that, because we take that for granted, man. You know what I mean? And now that it's not here, you really miss it.
Right.
It's something you really miss, and so, it just allowed me to absolutely appreciate. And I've always been family oriented anyway, and love my friends and things like that. But it's just really drove home that point even more.
Right.
Over the past few months, man. And
right.
Life is short too, man. Things that I used to stress over, man, I try not to stress over as much.
Right.
But I gotta say too, just in being transparent, man, I suffer from depression. I was diagnosed with it. Yeah, man, I was diagnosed a couple months ago. And I'm publicly, acknowledging it, because I think it's important. I think mental health is extremely important, especially in the Black community, and especially for Black men. It's something that we often neglect our mental health. And especially in these times, man, it's.
Why do you think though? Because that's it's not shocking to hear that, because it is a thing, man. And I know as men, we have to wear that armor, and we have to be strong and all of this stuff, and we carry a lot of stuff around, man. And but we do have those breaking points as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And because I just feel like we deal with a lot, man. We deal with a lot from
so much,
being people of just being colored. We deal with a lot from the jobs, from our own people. What I'm saying? It's a lot, man. Family, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much that you got to remain strong.
We deal with so much. Absolutely.
What you think that are some of the things? Because I know, you and your mom was your best friend. I know that affected you in a major way. But you know what else would you say would attribute to, because you know you've had a great childhood
Yeah,
and a great career as a child star, as well. You have achieved a lot. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And one would look at that from that angle, and you know, and would think like wow, like what, you know, what would Brandon be depressed about?
That's funny, man. You know, and I get it. I get that. I get that. That thought. But I mean, we're human too. I'm not
Right,
immune to the ills of society, the ills of life.
right,
I'm not immune to, as you see, loved ones passing away, death. You know, my mother, God rest her soul, passed 2011. Was devastating. You
right,
know, I would definitely say my life changed. You know, after she passed. You know, because like you said,
right.
she is my best friend.
Exactly.
And you know, we were just like this. We were extremely close, and losing her was devastating. And I didn't properly grieve. You know, I didn't deal with that the right way. You
Right,
know, I denied it. I denied that I was hurting and sad, and kind of like to your point, right? I always had the demeanor that I was happy because I'm always smiling and
right, right,
I'm
right,
always, you know, just almost like a breath of fresh air when I walk in a room and people enjoy, you know, being around me. And I wanted to keep that up, you know, even while I was in mourning, you know,
right, right,
losing, you know, lost my mom, and people asking me, "You good?" And I'm good, you know, I'm fine, you know, and I'm really not. So I'm not immune to just human stuff happening, and
right,
um, you know, and it's difficult, you know, and like I said, this losing people you love, man, it's I think you lose a part of you, like you say, depending on especially how close you are to someone,
right.
you know, you absolutely lose a part of you, you know, so you know that's what I say to that. It's like I'm not immune to the people who may wonder like, what do you have to be, you know, depressed about or
Yeah, right,
sad
right,
about, man. I would say I am really no different than you in terms of I'm human, and you know these things rock me just the way they would rock you. You know,
absolutely.
loss of life and sickness, and you know just struggling when I see family members struggling, you know, financially and mentally and emotionally, man. It wears on you, bro.
Right,
It
right,
wears on you, you know. But I was
absolutely.
it's crazy because I was like, what was happening, man? I was like sad, and I didn't know why.
Mm,
Like I was like, wake up, just wake up, and I'm like not feeling it, you know.
right, right,
And I couldn't explain why. I couldn't explain why.
right.
And thankfully, man, I'm in therapy, and I've been in therapy for almost a year, man. Like literally, the first week of January of 2020, I started therapy, and I've been going once a week since January. So
Right.
you know, we almost had a year, man. So I've been going, you know, 10 months for four times a month. You know, once a week, man, for 10 months
That's
straight. So I'm dedicated to it. You know, um, and I'm an advocate of it, and I will speak on it whenever I get the opportunity. You know, so thank you for giving me the platform to shed
man.
some
You
light on
know,
that.
man. You know what it is over here, man. It's
Yeah,
you can always you come in anytime you want to, man. That ain't no
appreciate you, man,
that ain't
appreciate you.
no. We don't even have to do that.
Yeah,
So Vibe Show 97.9, man. In here vibing out with my brother, the one and only Brandon Hammond, man. We just in here talking about life, man, and chopping it up, talking about this 2020 experience, and a whole bunch of other things if you're just tuning in. Um, you know, man, I want to get your opinion too, man, on what Ice Cube is doing.
yeah,
Not sure if you're tapped in on it, but I did hear something this morning that was interesting, man. A guy that was on Ricky Smiley show, man. he said something that was interesting when he was asked that question. This was a politician, and he said that he feels like the how did he say that? He said that he feels like the idea is a good idea. He just said that the execution part of it, he said he felt like he wished Ice Cube, he said he felt like Ice Cube should have um communicated with the community. You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
see how the community also felt about those views, and before it just went to the Republicans, and to have a discussion about it. He was like, he felt like not having a discussion with the people that it would actually impact. Um and I kind of, because nobody really knows what's actually going on with it, like, really,
Right.
the logistics of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you up on it, like, what you think about it.
Well, I am. I would say I'm pretty tapped into it.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a big Ice Cube fan, and I've been disappointed. I've been disappointed with what I've been seeing from him in terms of the things he's been saying publicly, the things
Right.
that he's been, uh, and then he's. So here, let me make some points.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Right. So I'm okay with you coming up with a plan, a contract. So for people that don't know, maybe don't know, Ice Cube has this contract with Black America that he helped to shape with some other people who are pretty informed
Right.
about that kind of stuff. You obviously know you have Trump's platinum plan, and I do put that in quotes, platinum
Absolutely.
plan, and you have Biden's lift every voice, a contract to black, a plan for Black America plan.
Right.
Okay, so you got the three plans. Q, I guess, came up with this plan, and as he says, he hasn't aligned himself with the Trump administration,
Right.
but I'll say this: they feel comfortable enough saying that he has. They feel
Exactly.
comfortable enough saying, get like you got people on the right, prominent individuals on the right who are tweeting at Ice Cube, giving him props for aligning himself with them and speaking on it, and basically like talking about. It sounds as if he has chosen a side, right?
Absolutely.
And then when you hear the things he says about Biden and the left, it's more disparaging, and it seems more closed minded, and it's disappointing because before that, he also talked about Black folks withholding their vote,
Right.
um,
Right.
and I'm sorry, man, but not this year. Like this year it's disappointing because it's sending the wrong message. You got
Basically,
people who
the
look up
Kanye thing, it's just like how Kanye doing.
right, exactly. No, exactly. You got people who look up to Q and who will follow that. And and here's the thing. I've seen Cube on interviews given the opportunity to clarify his statements.
Right,
And
man.
and he comes off worse a lot of times.
Right.
And look, I'm okay with talking to both sides. Let me make that clear. I'm okay with you saying, look, I'm gonna hold both sides' feet to the fire,
Right.
and whoever seems more inclined to want to actually do something for Black
Right.
folks,
Then I'm with it.
that's who I'm with. Cool, that got you. But he is already like shifting over to one side, and it's a few things, right?
Right.
Like I believe he said something to the effect of, well, Biden said, I'll look at your plan and after I get elected, after the election, right?
Mm.
Well, here's the thing. He has to. because he's not elected yet. He's not in office. So
he can't look at nothing.
right,
He don't have no power.
right, exactly. So Trump
is in power
is in
already.
office, right? If Trump, like, dude, if Trump, like, he had one thing on his plan, make Juneteenth a national holiday.
Right.
Bro, why couldn't he do that this year?
Exactly.
Why couldn't he do that this year? Like, you're in office now.
Right.
Why couldn't you do that this year?
Right.
So you know why? Because it's all a bunch of, and I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying so hard not to
do
curse.
your thing, man. Do your thing.
You know, but it's bull, bro. Like that's because it's bull. And man, people, I don't want us to fall for the banana in the tailpipe, man. Like he's full of it. Like he has no real agenda, like no real
period, man,
for Black America. Like he has no. It's disingenuous, man. You
it's
know,
unbelievable to be honest with you, man. Like I'm just saying, like it's unbelievable. It's like a circus show, man. Like it's
right.
Like the stuff that he's allowed to get away with, man. You know, you just, man, you girl, that everything is against tradition and everything.
Right. Right.
But Q, I know he you know, Andrew and him kind of got it was heated.
You talking about Como?
Yeah, it was heated.
Really?
But I just felt like Q didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, the thing about it is this too. When he went on Roland Martin's show, I don't know if you saw that interview.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah.
Bro, Roland, like, so Q was like, yeah, well, what I like about Trump's is he has a lot of the things in my plan Trump has in his. Bro, Roland Martin went through both on the show, couldn't find one.
Exactly.
Couldn't find one similarity. He asked Q, he said, Q, tell me, show me which one, what part of your plan and Trump plan overlap. Show
right.
me. Bro,
right.
Stuck. Couldn't bring up one thing. And that should tell you something. So that makes me go, Q, like, Q, do you have an agenda? Do you have like a, like, and
that's what I'm saying. Did you take the bread or bro, what?
Because, bro, like, look, keeping it 100, right? This benefits people like him. You know, you also got Ye, like you said. Diddy is someone else who has come out and talked about withholding the Black vote. It's been like they're okay if Trump gets reelected because that tax break, it helps them because they're in that 1%, that top percentile of money makers where that tax break really helps in tax, right?
Right.
So it makes you think like, man, what's really going on? Like, how do you go from like someone like Diddy, right? How do you go from rock the vote, vote or die, to withhold your vote? You know?
Exactly, man.
It's just wild to me, bro. It's wild to me, man. It's just like that right there is like something's deeper, man. Something's deeper.
Q, man, to be honest with you, Q don't even look right, man.
Right.
He don't even look like himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when he was talking about, when he first started talking about this stuff and was doing the lives and you know, that looked like Q talking. You know what I'm saying? Right. But now that it's actually formulated and actually, you know, something that's structured and you know what I'm saying, that's a document put together or whatever the case may be.
Right.
I don't even know who Cube don't even look. Cube look like he programmed or something. He can't answer questions all the way on point. Like, why would you go on these shows and you can't even answer these questions? You're not even on point. You sit up there like, well, you know, well, I mean, you can't even explain what you're trying to say.
And that's my thing too. At least be informed, bro. You get what I'm saying? At least be informed. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna take this stance and you're gonna like at least know what you're talking about. But here's the thing: he get on them political shows. He get on there with Roland Martin. He get on there with what's the woman's name who interviewed him? Or they talked, I believe, directly on IG.
What was that woman's name?
I can't think of her name, man. But she's a really like smart.
She didn't really play with him.
Smart, right? And just challenged him and challenged him.
She didn't play with him at all.
Right. Challenged him respectfully, man. And same thing with Roland. giving him an opportunity to clarify things, you know, to actually tell us what your point is and why this and why that. But like you said, when he gets on there, he seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is you have to know what you're talking about because you're representing you're so-called speaking for the black people.
Right.
You're trying to
Right.
put something in position that's quote unquote supposedly
Right.
supposed to benefit us.
Facts. Facts.
Or is it to benefit, you know, you and the people that's in your tax bracket?
Right.
Or like I'm just trying to understand like what's the plan, like what's the real thing? Like what is it? Because like the guy said on Ricky Smiley, he was like, man, he was like, I don't understand what he's doing. He was like, because he's not communicating with the people that it's going to directly affect.
Right.
We don't
Right.
we didn't have no input. We don't even know.
Right. Right. And it's like, but like you say, just at least be informed, you know? I can have a conversation with somebody I disagree with if they're informed and they're making good points.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like if they're making logical points and I'm like, okay, I understand what you're saying, even if I don't agree with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like say Cube get up there and just like almost like it feels like he's speaking for someone else. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Because it just I'm not used to seeing Cube like this.
Not like that.
Not like that, man.
Not like that. Not like
and it
that.
concerns me, bro. It concerns the hell out of me.
It really does because like, you know, for him to, because I mean, really and truly, Cube is in a good position. And this is how I look at it. Cube is in, he's not hurting financially. You know, his family's good, I'm sure, and
He's
all
good.
of that.
Yeah.
So why like to really speak up like that and put it on the line like that and just be like, you know what, man, even though I'm good, I want to see my people good, because that's the way he came off at first.
Right. Right.
And I was like, man, damn, that's dope, man. Cube stepping up to the plate. Cube, right. Everybody respect Cube in a certain regard. I'm like, if anybody could speak up, you know what I'm saying, with a little bread or whatever, I can respect Cube doing that. I didn't understand the Kanye thing. I thought that was a whole joke and a half and all that or whatever. But when Cube did it, I was like, yeah,
and,
okay.
And you know what? Let me say this too. One thing he said that I agree with, he said, this is a bipartisan issue.
Right.
Right? Like helping black folks is a bipartisan issue, whether you're Democrat, Republican, conservative, or not, right?
Right.
It is bipartisan. So like I say, my issue isn't with him talking to both sides. I just want to make sure I make that clear again. My issue isn't that. My issue is that you're pretty much sounding ill-informed, speaking for black folks, and you're leading them down a path that is not right because you're ill-informed. You feel me?
Right.
Because you're ill-informed. Like you're speaking about things that you seem like that it seems like you're not even that well versed in. And here's what my suggestion would be too. So he said it was somebody who helped him come up with the contract with Black America, right?
Exactly.
Why don't you get that person to be your spokesman?
Right. You don't have
why
to
don't
be
you get that person?
Because you're not doing a good job at all.
Why don't you get somebody like that to be your spokesman?
Well, my thing, you know, who's all involved is what you know. Can we know who those people is? If you know, is it Steven Jackson? Is who you could?
Right.
We need somebody like that to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like who all signed this? Who's all? We need more information.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah, and this gets me hyped, man. So I'm sorry if I'm like.
Let's go. Let's go.
Another thing too, that Roland said that I liked. He said he was on with another woman, a political activist, and I want to say she's not tied with Black Lives Matter, but she's for the people, right?
Right.
And the thing is, I forgot who it was, but it was Roland Martin pointed out that a lot of the stuff in Cube's contract,
right,
are things that have already tried to get passed. Like they've gotten past the local level. But whenever they reach the Senate, whenever they reach the House,
right,
they've always been denied, right?
Right.
So what Roland suggested was instead of having all these different contracts, right? Like, of course, you got Biden, you got Trump, but I'm talking about people like Cube and others who want to create something to present. Instead of doing that, why don't y'all come together and
Right.
create one,
Right.
so we
Right.
can all be in agreement? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
if without, and that sometimes that be the unfortunate thing with our people, right? We have the right mindset in terms of what we want. We want the betterment of our people, but we don't usually have a plan. And we're
At
in
all.
disarray, and we're fighting. There's infighting, and there's this, there's that. There's all these different talking heads and people who they're not cohesive. You get what I'm saying? It's not a cohesive thing.
Absolutely.
So my thing
Absolutely.
is, why? And Cube, like, he seemed reluctant, like, and it was weird, like, when that suggestion was made. But it's like, bro, that is a brilliant suggestion. Why don't you get together with some of these people who are well versed, who know what they're talking about as well, who can help you?
It's a lot of them that he could get with. I'm talking about some
Come on, bro.
giants, man. That's just
Come on, man.
because it's like you got them actually paying attention to what you do, what you talking
Right.
about, Q. So
And I
now
like
you
that.
have to formulate this
Right.
team, the dream team, right now.
I like that.
Let's
Right.
bring some beasts in right now, and who they really don't be. They don't want in and execute. That way, you can really execute.
Facts.
You,
Facts.
you don't need to be the
Right.
spokesperson, Q.
Because, like you just said, because right now we got their ear. Right now we got their ear, and we have to take
Exactly.
advantage of it, though.
Exactly. And like I like something that you said too. Either side. This is
Right.
what we're trying to do. We're presented to both sides.
Right. Right.
Which one of y'all feeling what we talking about and with and in support of what we trying to do?
Facts. Absolutely, bro. And like I said, it's like, it's simple stuff, really. Like, you
Right.
just, you know what I mean? Simple stuff. Coming together with other people who know what they're talking about, so you can form one contract to present to the people. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Let me ask you this, man. How do you feel about this barring the police, man? Like, I'm not in full agreement with that. I am in agreement with changing some of those things that have been in place for years that we know is messed up. I'm all for changing that up, but I don't think that I'm with removing police indefinitely though.
So you saying, like, you're not, like, defunding the police? You're not for that?
I'm not. I don't think I'm with
Yeah.
that.
You know what? I don't think I'm necessarily for that either, unless there was some kind of, again, a plan, right? Unless there was some kind of strategic move with that, like, meaning, like, just to say defund the police without saying, okay, up to what level, or up to how many, or up to how much, or things like that. Like, right, I'm not sure if I'm with that
Right.
either, but there definitely needs to be serious reform legislation, because, man, this year, man, when it comes to that too, bro,
Man.
like the list is growing, and it's, man, I don't even, it's like, we got Ahmaud Arbery, George
Right.
Floyd, Breonna Taylor, who's the young man who was shot in the back? He lived, but I believe he's paralyzed.
Oh, the guy who shot 6 times in the back. I can't
Six or
remember.
9? Yeah,
I think it was 6 or 8 times
right,
or something like that,
right.
or whatever. You know what? Let me, being that we own that, let me ask you this though, man, because the whole psyche of it all is deep. Because I'm trying to understand how it gets to that point, because I'm looking at like my experiences with dealing with police and stuff like that or whatever, growing up and you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand like how it gets to that point. And I guess that it's kind of difficult for me because I never experienced it on that level, to the point to where cops actually had to draw guns out and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to, because I've been stopped before. I've been Cops done ran down on us when we was at the park, knowing the park was closed late at night. We out there smoking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is adolescent age times or whatever. Like, you know, several experiences with, you know, doing crazy stuff and having run-ins with the cops or whatever. But it never resulted to death in any way. You know,
thank God, right?
thank God. I'm just trying to, you know, get your opinion on it, your theory on it. Like, you know, how do you think that it gets to that point?
Well, I would say this.
Do you think that there's resistance on the other part? Do you think that just conforming, hey, this or is it mentality tied into it to the point to where you just,
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's layered. It's a few things. It's training. I mean, and it's training at the academy level. You
Right.
know? I don't remember exactly what the comparison was, but I think it was this comparison. Again, for my boy D.L. Hughley, who's a really smart brother. He said there's more of a criteria. There's more of a test to become a cosmetologist than it is to become a police officer.
Right.
Like
Wow.
the months of training it required
Yeah.
to be a cosmetologist, I believe it's something like 6 months to a year or something like that.
Yeah. Barbers too. Yeah.
And barbers, right. But to be in the academy, I believe it's 1 month or something like that. It's
Yeah.
something ridiculous, right? So it's training, it's mindset. Because here's the thing, right? So in many cases, right, I can be objective and say there are cases where the suspect, if you will, right, is resisting, right? But here's the thing. That does not give license for a cop to play judge, jury, and executioner.
Right.
So, like they say,
without even taking the proper steps, because
Right.
like you said, we got to talk. You know, usually guns are drawn when you feel threatened.
right.
Now,
Right.
if a conversation or a little bit of resistance without any weapons involved or anything like that makes you fear for your life, then we need to definitely go back and reevaluate the whole training process.
Facts. Because so the guy was shot 9 times. They say he was resisting. Well, first of all, the cops weren't even there for him. That guy was breaking up a fight. And cops feel it's this ego, bro. Like it's this ego thing. Like, for instance, a cop, I've seen tape and video where cops are like, I told him to stop yelling and he didn't stop.
Right.
Or he called me a son of a, you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's not illegal.
Right.
Those things that I just named is not illegal. So a suspect having a bad attitude, first of all, what suspect is going to be happily arrested? First of all, right?
First of all,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Oh, like, arrest me, officer. You know what I mean? Like, and so, secondly, they gotta get their ego in check. So what if he curses you out? So what if he that does not give you license to kill him?
Right.
And then we talk. And I didn't get to.
Go ahead. I'm excited about this.
The stuff like Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and people who wasn't even cops, or it was, but Breonna, what she do wrong?
Right.
What did she do wrong? Sleeping in her bed with her boyfriend.
Right.
And she got however many bullets in her.
You know, you know what it is too, man. I think that to me, I feel like things were more effective, man, when you have when you have cops that actually are from the area, from the neighborhood. You know, I remember cops that knew you. You know what I'm saying? You know, that and boom, run down on you or something like that. And be like, man, look now. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all tripping. Y'all need to chill out, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna end up taking y'all in. If I catch y'all back out here again with all that food in there, I'm gonna go tell your mama. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm gonna have
Right.
to when you in, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that. Like
Yeah.
we need. But then again, but then it's like, okay, cool. Those jobs, okay. If the salaries are not right, you're not gonna have people that's gonna want to go into. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those type of fields. Same thing with our governors and stuff. Man, we need people that's from the area who can understand the culture.
Facts.
You
Facts.
because if you look at that video of that guy who got shot 8 times walking around his vehicle, all you seen was a bunch of white cops scared to death to be in the area.
Right. But here's the thing. And then you unload 9 bullets. Like, even if you say I was, but listen to this. Bang, 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 bang. Like you had to unload 8 or 9 rounds into him.
Wow.
That
With
that that
look,
doesn't that like I can't wrap my head around that.
surrounded by 3, 4
Right, right.
cops.
Well, who you think
We
he was
talking
gonna
about
get?
one guy, not a gang.
Bruh,
We talking about one guy,
hey, they
man.
really think we Luke Cage out here. They think we can that bullet bounce off of us or something. They really think
I
we
don't.
Luke Cage up in here, bro.
It was nothing with that video. Honestly, man, it was nothing to review. It was
At
nothing
all.
to try to you know go to court on or anything like.
But
I
they
mean,
tried. You know they tried.
man,
But there's gonna look. You realize in however long it takes to bring it to for the trial to start, there's going to be a defense attorney who actually tries to fight for the innocence of what's the guy name who had his knee on George Floyd's neck?
I don't even remember. I tried so hard to
Yeah,
forget that dude's name.
they're gonna have a defense lawyer argue his defense. So
That's
like they're gonna try, and
but
that
that's
was
the
one of the
type
most
of world that we're living in right now,
right.
bro.
That's one of the most black and white, non-gray area videos I've ever. I haven't seen it thankfully because I can't really watch stuff like that no more. But I know the what happened. Um, but that's one of the most black and white ones we got, and you're gonna have someone still out there trying to fight, saying that it was justifiable.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We got those types out there, man. Definitely, man. Vibe Show 97.9, man. We just in here vibing out with the one and only, my special guest and family, my brother, man. The one and only Brandon Hammond. If you're just tuning in right now. B, let's put them social platforms out there too, man. And do some shout outs, man.
For sure. Well, I got my social media platform, man. On Instagram, it's B as in Brandon, L as in love, underscore Ham, my last name, but HAMM. So that's at BL underscore Ham, HAMM on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Brandon Hammond. Just type, my name in and I should pop right up there. Also got some social media platforms for the different uh, content that I've created with my lovely partner, Stony, Genesis Scott. Um, it's we have conversations with that's on Instagram as well. And I always get this one wrong, but I want to say it's at conversations at underscore conversations with. I'll make sure to drop it in the comment section
Right.
to make sure that it's there. But if you type conversations with an Instagram, you'll find that there as well. Um, Also have along the way. That's my web series as well that I do, where I talk to people that I've worked with over the years who've affected my life. And I had Vivica Fox on there, George Tillman Jr., who wrote and directed Soul Food. I had the cast of Blue Hill Avenue on
Yeah,
there.
that one was dope, man. Like I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie. That
thank
one
you,
was
bro.
dope.
Thank you.
I love
Appreciate
that
it,
one.
man. That
Yeah.
one is along the way. You can go to my Instagram page and find that as well. And you'll see the clips on my actual Instagram page, and it'll take you directly to the IGTV page of what Along the Way is. Um, oh, the Mastery House too. That's a mentorship film writing program that my partner and I have created, where we take young people, man, who are looking to break into business, who are looking to write, be the next Misha Green, the next young lady,
Right.
or man who wants to be the next Misha Green out there, man. We take them, mentor them. It's a dope course where we'll teach them how to write. We'll teach them the ins and the outs of what a good script is, how to create characters and things like that. That's the Mastery House. I'll also make sure to drop the link in there too. But I
Right.
believe it's masteryhouse.com. I believe it is, but I'll make sure to drop that in the comment section as well. Um, but yeah, man, just
Listen, when things open back up, I already know it's gonna be crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be dropping the crazy films and stuff like that or whatever, man. Just
yes, sir.
keep your brother in mind, man. I mean,
Of
you know what
course.
I'm saying? I think I got it, man.
You trying to drop? You wanna get a cameo in there?
Yeah, I want a part, man. I
Let me
want
say,
to
forget a
fall,
cameo.
walk through, whatever, man. I want to
I
be in
got you.
something
I
that
got
Brandon
you. I
Hammond
got
is
you.
putting together because I know that it's going to be a masterpiece, man. Like so much
Appreciate it, man.
experience
Yeah.
that you have in this game, man, just from a child to an adult. That's a lot of experience, my brother. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, man. Absolutely. I've been blessed, bro. I've been blessed, and
Woo.
I can't wait to start back up, especially for the film that we were doing that we won for the John Singleton contest. That was real
Right.
disappointing that we weren't able to film that because of the pandemic. But I can't wait till we film that and show that to you guys, because that one's gonna blow you away, bro.
Come
I
on,
really feel
man.
like it's gonna blow you away, and it's gonna be something that we need right now too. So
Absolutely,
that one,
man.
yeah, I
Absolutely.
definitely keep you. I'll come back on too to promote it
Listen,
once
we
we get
gotta
closer.
you gotta do that, man. No doubt. You know, we
Absolutely.
on that media list. You gotta do that.
Oh yeah, y'all family now.
Yeah, you gotta do that. And you know, when things open back up too, you already know we come and do that in-person thing. You know what I'm saying? We
Love that.
gotta do that, and we'll be able to do a spend a day, do a day in the life with Brandon Hammond, man. Just
Man,
roll
love
with
that.
you
Love that.
and interview while we rolling with you while you doing your regular day to day. You know what I mean?
Love that, man. And I want to again just shout out my partner, Genesis Scott, man, because she's just like one of the best writers that I know. She's also my sweetheart too, just to put that out there,
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
on a honestly, she's made me a better writer. She's just man, like the things that we've accomplished together in the past like year really is amazing, and we just getting started. She went
Right.
through a lot this year too, but like she's dope. I really admire her a lot, and um, I'm excited, man, just to see what the future holds for us.
Absolutely, man. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Man, vibing out with my special guest and brother, the one and only Brandon Hammond. Man, y'all make sure that y'all follow my guy, man. That's BL underscore ham on Instagram. Y'all get connected, man. He got
Sir.
so many things going on. Y'all stop playing games and stay connected to the real. Now, let me ask you something, man,
Yes,
before we
sir.
get out of here with um with everything that we've covered today, which like I said, whenever interviewing you, man, you come on the show, it always got to be things that's done in chapters with you, man, because there's so many different layers that we can cover and so many different places that we could go with this thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even really an interview, man. It's just us basically chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? It's two intellectuals, man, just trading information, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Before we get out of here, um, you're a pretty wise brother, man, and you've been through a lot in your life, man, and you have a lot of wisdom.
Thank
Uh,
you.
what could you um what could you drop on anybody, man, that's going through anything right now, man? Because it is a lot that's going on out here in the world, man. And even from a depression space, you can give them some words of inspiration that, people who lost their jobs, lost loved ones, man, just trying to figure this thing out, just low in spirit. What would you tell them, man? What could you tell them right now, man, that could um, be some words of uplift or encouragement for
You know what? And I want to appreciate you allowing me to do this. Um, and it's funny because I try not to sound cliche, right?
them? Right.
But the truth is, some of the things I say will sound that way because they really are factual, right? And they help, But know that you're not alone. For one, you're not alone, man. Look, my fan just fell down. Forgive me for that, man. But you're not alone. There are a lot of people going through what you're going through. Talk to someone. Therapy, even if it means therapy, man. Look, there is no stigma behind therapy. I mean, there is, but it shouldn't be. Therapy is okay, man. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. But you might just need someone to talk to. You just might need a soundboard, And I'm a big advocate of it. I'm a big advocate of therapy. Um, um, health, mental health is wealth. Health is wealth, but that includes mental health. Do not ignore that. Do not ignore your mental health, man. And it's tough out here. 2020 has been a crazy year for a lot of people. For a lot of people, man. It's been crazy on us financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Just hang in there. Really just hang in there. You're not alone. You're really not, And there's always someone out there to talk to. Really, there's always someone out there to talk to, man. And it's difficult. I know it's hard, but keep fighting a good fight. Keep fighting a good fight, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Man, I tell you what, my brother, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get you back on here again. It's always a pleasure, man, talking with
Always.
you every time, man. It's just
I
like,
appreciate it.
every time, man. It's always get something from it too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, we just gonna keep the energy up, man, and continue to stay prayed up, man, and hope for better days, man, to come, which I know that they're coming. I just really feel like all of this stuff is happening for a reason. And I just think that it just, the world needed a cleansing.
Absolutely.
And I just think that the ones that survive this, it's gonna be beautiful on the other side, man.
There you go.
You know what I mean? We just gotta stay strong, stay
Gotta hang in
praying
there.
again. And I just think that the ones that make it through, it's gonna be love on the other side, man. We're gonna be open back up. It's gonna be love, man. Everybody gonna be focused. We have
Absolutely.
so many strategic plans put in position from, what I'm saying, being able to put things together. You're gonna be valuing things more, valuing time more, valuing
Right.
your loved ones more. Just it's gonna be beautiful, man.
Absolutely.
Whole new
Absolutely. Hey,
focus. Dude.
our New Year's resolution should be crazy this year, right? Like
Hey, you
we
already.
should have some crazy New Year's resolutions, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro, I love you, man. And for me, the Vibe team, eSource team, Plug Star, man. We're wishing you more blessings and more success
Thank you,
for
man.
everything that you're doing right now, man, and everything that you're gonna be doing in the future, brother. I already know that it's gonna be bright.
Wow, thank you, man. It's love right back to you guys, man. And I appreciate the time, the platform, man, and y'all family. So, like I said, I enjoy coming on with you, man, and anytime, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's the one and only Brandon Hammond, man, my guy, man. Y'all make sure that y'all go and follow my guy right now, man. Check him out, man. He got a lot going on. That's BL_Ham. Y'all get connected on Instagram, man. I think he done got better with that gram, man, with responding to people. I think
Right, a little better, huh? A little bit.
doing a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Just a
It's
little
all
bit.
good, man. It's the Vibe Show with my special guest, the one and only B. Hammond, my guy. I love you, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
That was my special guest, the one and only Brandon Hammond, man. Y'all make sure that y'all get locked in with everything that's going on, man. Follow my guy. He got a lot going on and a lot of things that's going to be coming up in the future. Also, y'all make sure that y'all log on right now at www.thevibeshow979.net, man, where we got exclusive music streaming 24/7. Also for the latest updates on news and what's going on in the world, man. Get plugged into that site, man. Jump on our radio station site. That's www.thevibeshow97.9.net. Also, y'all make sure that y'all rush over to the App Store, man, and grab that official Vibe Show 97.9 mobile app, man. Go over there to the mobile store, grab that app, download it, man, and keep updated with everything that we got going on right now, man. Y'all follow me too. If you're not following me, go follow me at Kano the Don 2975. Get connected. Y'all make sure that y'all stay safe, man. Y'all put the mask on. That Rona is real out there. Don't play no games with your life like that. Put that mask on, man. Keep them hands clean. Social distancing, man. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. I love y'all.
That you've invested, believe and keep your energy protected, and everything that you can dream, expect to be thankful. All the things that you've been blessed with, your life can change at any given